We are from Truemaths, and in this video we are going to solve question number 6 of exercise 12.3. Question says, in a circular table, cover of radius 32 cm, a design is formed leaving an equilateral triangle ABC in the middle. You have to find the area of the design. So this is a circular table cover, and the radius for this circle is 32 cm, and we have to make a design and this area, at this area and at this area, leaving an equilateral triangle in the middle of this circle. You have to find the area of the design. So this is the part where design is formed, plus this and this. Now if I have to find the area of this design, so obviously to find that I have to subtract the area of this triangle from the area of this circle, because I have to find the area of this shaded portion. Consider this as shaded portion. So to find out the area of this shaded portion, what I have to do, from the area of the circle, if I subtract the area of this triangle, so if I remove this triangle, only the remaining, this area will remain. That is my answer, the area of this design. Okay. Now, to do that, the area of a circle, we know the radius, and if I know the radius, so here I can say that area of design will be equals to area of circle minus area of triangle. So here area of circle is pi r square. I know the radius, so I can substitute the value and I can find the area of the circle. But for the area of a triangle, because this is given an equilateral triangle, I have to substitute the formula for the area of an equilateral triangle. But here I don't know the side of this triangle. So I have to find, first of all, I have to find the side of this triangle. For that, you must know some properties of our equilateral triangle. That are, first of all, in this triangle, I can draw, or can say there are certain lines which can be drawn inside this triangle. That the first line is the median, the second is the altitude, third is the angle bisector, and fourth is the perpendicular side bisector. What is a median? Actually, from a in a triangle, if I draw a line from this vertex, and if that line bisects the opposite sides, means if from this vertex, if I draw a line which divides the opposite sides in two equal parts, in that case, that line is known as my median. Okay, so what does median work do? It divides the opposite side, or you can say it bisects, actually I should say it bisects the opposite sides. What is altitude? Altitude is the shortest distance, means from this vertex to this side, the shortest distance is known as my altitude, and shortest distance is always perpendicular distance. So the perpendicular from this vertex to this side is known as altitude. Now what is angle bisector? If this is the angle A, and if I draw a line which divides this angle in two equal parts, or you can say which bisects this angle, in that case that line is known as angle bisector. Now what does side bisector means? Perpendicular side bisector means this is the side, and if I bisect this, means if I divide this line into two equal parts, if I divide this line into two equal parts and this is perpendicular to this line, this is known as perpendicular side bisector. So here in this triangle I can draw median from this vertex to this side, this vertex to this side, and this vertex to this side. So I can draw three medians. Similarly, I can draw three altitudes from this to this, from this to this, and from this to this. Similarly, I can draw three angle bisectors and three side bisectors, perpendicular side bisectors. In equilateral triangles, first of all these lines will meet at one point. These all lines will meet and end at one point. Because in equilateral triangle, its median, its perpendicular and its angle bisector are same. Similarly, from here also, its median, its perpendicular and its angle bisector will remain again the same. The same line will act as the median and the altitude and the angle bisector in an equilateral triangle, and side bisector will meet at the same point. Okay. Now there is certain terminology, the certain terms which are used to define the point, or you can say the meeting points of the median. Obviously I can draw three medians. So all three medians will intersect at a single point. That meeting point of the median is known as centroid. Okay, is known as centroid. C-E-N-T-R-O-I-D. It is known as centroid. Now, in this, again, the meeting point of altitude is known by another term which is orthocenter. This is known as orthocenter. O-R-T-H-O-C-E-N-T-R-E. This is known as orthocenter. The meeting point of angle bisector, when this angle is bisected, again this angle is bisected, this angle is bisected, again these three lines which are angle bisector will meet at one point. That point is known as incenter. And the last point, which is the meeting point of perpendicular side bisector, is known as circumcenter. Now why I am telling this to you? Because to solve this question you must know all these things, that in an equilateral triangle its median and its perpendicular are the same lines. Means if I draw a median, consider this AD as a median. So this same median will act as a perpendicular here. Okay. Now this is important, that this in an equilateral triangle all these 4 points are the same point. The same point will act as a centroid. The same point will act as an orthocenter. The same point will act as an incenter. The same point will act as a circumcenter. Okay, that is important. Now, the first thing which I understood by this explanation is, in an equilateral triangle it has the same median and the same perpendicular. This is the first thing. The second thing is, because its circumcenter is again the same centroid, and circumcenter is a point in an equilateral triangle from where I can place a compass and I can draw a circle circumscribing this equilateral triangle. Means this circle should touch all three vertices. Okay. Now if this is the circumcenter, that means from here I can draw a circle which circumscribing this equilateral triangle. That means from this point to the circumference of this circle, this is my radius. Okay, I hope you have understood this, that from this point this is my radius, and the radius is given to us as 32 centimeter. So from this point O, that my OD is the radius. So from here, my OD is the radius, that is equal to 32 centimeter. Clear? This is the first finding. From this explanation, I have got this my first finding. Now the second finding is, I have told you this point O will act as the centroid, as the orthocenter, as the incenter, as the circumcenter. Because this point is circumcenter, that means this is my radius for the circle. And because this point is my centroid, so there is a theorem according to which centroid divides median in 2:1. It divides the centroid median into ratio 2:1. That means if this value is 2, this value will be 1. Okay? Have you got it? So from here, this explanation, I have got another conclusion that centroid divides the median into ratio 1. So that means if I have to find the value of this OD, this should be 1 out of this complete 3, because the complete line should be 3. Okay, so I have to find that my OD is 1/3 of AD. Okay, or in other words, I can say that this my AO is 2/3 of this complete value. So I can say that from this I can say that my AO is 2/3 of AD. AD is the median. So because this AO is 2/3 of this AD, and the value of AO is known to us as 32. So from here I can find the value of AD, which is 32. This fraction, when shifted to this side, it should get reciprocal. It is 16, and 16 into 3 is 48. So from here, it is 2/3 of AD. Okay, so in this case, my AD should be 48. That means this complete length should be 48, from which this is 32, and the remaining length is 16. Okay, now in the first case, I have told you that the same median will act as the perpendicular. That means this is my perpendicular, this is my base, and this is my hypotenuse. So in this case, I have to use Pythagoras theorem, because I must know the side of this equilateral triangle to find its area, and the side is the hypotenuse in this triangle. Okay, so I have to find this hypotenuse. Now applying Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABD. In triangle ABD. Now in this triangle, because in equilateral triangle, if I consider this side as A, so obviously this side should be A and this side should be A. Because this is the median, because the median and the perpendicular are same for the equilateral triangle, that means this is the median which should divide this opposite sides into two equal parts. Now if this is A, this should be A, that means this should be half of this A. So this side should be A by 2. Now applying the Pythagoras theorem, I can find this A. How? According to Pythagoras theorem, it's in an equilateral triangle, the square of its hypotenuse is equals to the square of its perpendicular and plus square of its base. Further solving, our hypotenuse is A, so it should be a square. Our perpendicular, which is AD. So in this triangle, my perpendicular is this, which is AD, and the value of AD is 48. So it should be 48 square plus my base is a by 2. So it should be a by 2 whole square. Now solve this further. This a square will remain as it is. This is 48 square. This is again a square. This is the variable. I can shift this to this side. So it should be a square minus a square upon 4 is equals to 48 square. Now let's solve this further here. So from here, this is a square and this is a square upon 4. So if I have to solve this further, obviously I have to take the LCM. So the LCM of 4 and 1 is 4, and 4 divided by 1, it goes 4 times, and that is multiplied by a square. So it should be 4a square. 4 divided by 4, it goes 1 times, and 1 multiplied by a is a square is equals to, and it is 48 square. So 48 square will be 48 multiplied by 48. So it should be be 2304. So it should be 2304. Now this is 3a square upon 4 is equals to 2304. Now I have to find the value of a. For that I have to shift this constant to that side. So it should be 2304 multiplied by 4 upon 3. Now I should not have squared this number because at last, because I have to cancel it, so it was better to not square this value. Instead write 48 multiplied by 48 so that one value can cancel with this value. So because I have multiplied, so let me solve this way. So 3 7s are 21, 2, 20, 6 3s are 18, 24, 8 3s are 24. So my a should be equals to, because this is a square, but I have to find the value of a. So in that case I have to under root the right hand side. So it should be 786 under root. So it should be 76. 10 multiplied by 4, 1s are 4, 36, 9, 2, 4, 48, and again 4, 1, 2, 4, 3. Now in this case 768 can be written as 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4, 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4, and then it is multiplied by 3, then it is multiplied by 4. So the value of a should be 1 pair and 2 pair. So 4 into 4 is 16, root 4 3s are 12. So my a should be 16 root 12. Now substitute the value. I know I have to find the area of the design, that is equals to area of circle minus area of triangle. Area of circle is pi r square. So it is 22 upon 7. My radius is 32. So 32 multiplied by 32 minus root 3 upon 4 multiplied by a square. And my a is 16 root 2. Or, well here, I know the value of a square, which is 768 multiplied by 4. So there was no need to multiply this, or though there was no need to factorize and then find the value, because at last I have to find the value of a square. So it was better to just do not find this value. I can say that my a square is equal to 768 multiplied by 4, which is, this is it should be 3072, and this is 32 multiplied by 32 multiplied by 22 upon 7, and this can be cancelled. It goes 768 times. So 768 root 3. The dimensions are in centimeter, so centimeter square. So this should be my answer here. If you want to solve this further, you can multiply these values and you can divide it by 7, and then you can put the value of root 3, which is 1.73, and then multiply it with, and you can subtract the values and you can get your answer. So I hope you can do it further. The major part was to make you understand how this question can be solved. So I have this is important here. There are if you want to make sure you learn this value, please rewind the value, or you can rewatch the value, rewatch the video, and you can understand this better. I hope you have understood this one. Thank you.